Hi, this is Elle Hay. I'm on a small farm north of Fairbanks, Alaska. I'm a subarctic beekeeper, one of the many. There's a lot of us out there. Trust me. If you want to know more about us or our farm, you can check us out on our Facebook page, our Twitter, I'm going to call it Twitter, our Instagram. You can hashtag us, we're all over the place. Do a lot of hashtagging. It's raining, and you can see the bees are still flying. These are the old world carnioleans that I love and adore. I'm going to cause a disturbance, unfortunately, because we've got 5 days of rain. And I still need to get into my hives. I need to feed the bees. I also have a queen about to hatch in one of those hives that I need to combine with one of those hives. Right now I have this Double Nuc. Got my smoker, so we got smoke and rain. What more could you need? What more could you need to piss off the bees? I mainly have the smoker because I anticipate getting stung. Once you're stung, you're marked as the enemy, and the gals will have a field day on you. So I'm gonna take this nuc, I'm gonna split it up. I'm gonna put these frames into here. This was a nuc that started out without a queen. I did the notch method, which means find a larva, make a little notch in the cell. Excuse us. Oh, the plane goes overhead. I say us because it's me and the bees. Made a notch in the cell, and those worker bees made her into a queen. That larva became a queen, which is super awesome because it preserves the genetics of these strong bees that I love so much. That made it through last winter. We had a cold winter. We went down to negative 52 degrees Fahrenheit. And it wasn't just a day or a wind chill thing. It was no wind chill. Weeks of 35, 40, 45 below zero into 52 was the lowest that we hit. I have all my supplies here underneath this table that I use as a hive stand. So I'll be reaching back and forth. Hopefully I don't need much. I don't want to drop any of the bees. These are 6 or 7 frame nuc hives, nuclear hives. This is a 10 frame standard hive. Both are polystyrene. I prefer them. This is on a wobbly stand. Get to this time of the year and it's like whatever you got to use. Okay, less wobbly. This hive will accommodate 10 frames. We've got 12 or 14, 12, 13 or 14 in here. So there's going to be some frames that are not used. Hopefully those frames don't have a lot of bees on them. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have to. Lid. I put it down. This lid is a lid that allows for a top entrance. I put it down with the top entrance on the ground in case I need to set something on it that has bees in it. This is a nice clean hive. It's my feeder, my top feeder. It doesn't match. Did you notice it doesn't match? I don't know where the lid is that matches this hive. I gotta do this so it doesn't matter if it matches anyway. Alright, deep breath, gotta relax. They will sense my anxiety about doing this in the rain. But I need to do it quick before the downpour starts again. While I'm here, I'll do a hive inspection. Can't take pictures because I had to use my phone because I misplaced my iPad. So I'm going to have to try to remember what the hell happened. The smoker went out. This is not uncommon. The hockey tape doesn't always hold. Come on. I need you, gal. I need the smoker. I used to use a fire tool. What do you call it? Lighter? I even used matches. But a guy used to work at the Department of Agriculture said, blowtorch. Woo! I didn't think it was necessary, but When you go like this and you got a fire, that sure is great. It beats waiting for things to light. I can do it again. It's like a fire-breathing dragon. I think I'm procrastinating a little bit here. I don't want to do that. I need to get this done. Underneath, I've got syrup with Hive Alive in it. I've got super pollen patty that I made, and you can listen to a podcast or watch another YouTube video to find out what's in there. And I've got some fondant, Hive Alive fondant. The bees are going to be stuck. We're at the end of July. August is in a couple days. Our bees are making honey if they're out making honey, but they're also building up for winter. And we don't have much longer before our bees need to be squared away. Pretty soon I'll be feeding them 2-to-1 sugar syrup so they can put stores away from winter. This syrup I have now is 1-to-1 sugar to water ratio to mimic nectar flow, to encourage this queen to lay. Lay, lady, lay. Opening the feeder, not much going on. Looking at the rain, gotta do what I gotta do. So what can I control? I can't control the weather. I can control my speed, my reactions, my responses, my thoughts, my feelings. I don't have a lot of room here. I'm just going to remove the feeder and I'm going to bang it. Make sure those bees are down. I don't want to lose any. Luckily, I don't have much action going on up here. This pleases me. The queen must be down low. I don't want to get stung. Let's be honest. I'm going to put them all in here, all the frames, slowly and gently, and then eliminate the ones that need to be eliminated, that don't have anything going on. I'm not sure if the queen's in the upper box or lower box. I haven't been able to find a queen excluder for these polystyrene nuc frames. Nuc hives. It's hard to do two things at once. It is. If you know of one, please send me an email. happycreekak@gmail.com. Just don't expect me to respond real quick. This one is a tough one to get out, so it is stuck to something. Either drone comb or feed. You'll be able to see. There's some honey on this. There's my queen. See her? She's right there. I'm going to stick her right in the center of the hive. I'm not even going to bother because of time and rain to look for eggs and larvae, but she's there and she's moving around. She looks healthy. She's not lethargic or anything. What I don't have is a container to put these empty frames in if there's bees on them. This is stuck as well. This can interfere with your gracefulness, your ability to move slow. I've got larvae, I've got eggs. Good, good. I'm putting this one over to the side here. Now frame order makes a difference, right? If we've got brood, we need the brood to be in the center of the hive. That's the warmest spot. Hello, lady. She just popped her head up. Let me know she knows that I'm here, one of the gals. So, exciting news. Kanawha Valley State Fair is going on right now. I entered our honey, and our honey, infusions. And we wrapped it up, baby. We won every category to which I entered the honey. Pretty cool. And yes, there were other entrants. I'm going to have to brush these bees. There's not many on this frame. I like to brush away from me, so that way they don't see me. Because it just causes a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of drama. Now, what I should be doing, so I will do, I'm caught between just get it done as quick as possible and do it with ease. I'm going to spray the inside of this frame, just the wall, or the hive, with some sugar syrup that actually has Hive Alive in it, because I drenched the bees. If you saw that video, you probably saw the one where it didn't work. Of course. Keep them in there. Make it so they want to stay in there. If you could see what I see top frames with very few bees on them. Another one, no brood, no larvae, no eggs on this one. So I'm going to assume, come on girls, that they are down below. I'm walking over here to set the frames over against the table. So all these bees are being exposed to the elements. Not cool. And I have underneath my jacket a waterproof liner. I learned that lesson. This is the box I need. Oh, come on. I need this to put on another nuc hive so I can combine two colonies. One colony that has a new queen that should be hatched by now, and one colony that has been struggling. It's the colony I had at the peony farm. You know anything about us. That queen from last year, she's a red queen, absconded. So I have a couple frames that are stuck together here. I'm not going to separate them. I'm going to put them right next to the frame that has the queen on it. I'm not going to assume there's brood, but what I do know is there's a lot of propolis holding them together. I like the propolis. Ah, here's a beauty. These are stuck together, but I want to show you what's on them. I'm moving very slowly. This is a beautiful brood frame. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And there, we've got honey along the sides. We've got lots of workers doing their thing. I'm going to put this right next to the queen frame. So I just created a brood nest. I'm running out of time, you can tell. The gals are flying. I'm going to move these frames over a little bit. Push this in. No, I'm going to separate this because I've got another brood frame in the hive. Maybe if it was earlier in the season, I could take the risk of not putting it right up close. But at this time of year, I need all the brood I can get. The bigger the colony, the better they overwinter. The larger the colony, the less stores they consume, the easier it is for them to keep their queen warm. If you go to our, okay, it's okay, it's all right. When they start moving around, I'm adopting the freeze position. It's okay. Got some room for these last two frames. This was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I took a couple for the team this last week. And a bit of a reaction. Got stung in the wrist. Got quite a reaction with that. Went up the arm. Took the Benadryl. Kept the EpiPen close by even though I'm not allergic. You never know. One of my bee buddies has developed an allergy to bee stings after keeping bees for many years. All right. Doesn't want to go in. The rude part that's going to happen in a minute is I'm going to have to bang this top box to get these remaining bees that are on the wall here into the hive. Then I'm going to put the fondant and the pollen patty on it. Maybe I'll do that first, although I don't want to squish anybody. I'm going to see if I can get these gals to go down, because I want to stick that pollen patty right over the brood nest. Not too much smoke. So in this pollen patty, I'll tell you what's in it. Ultra bee, honey, pollen from last year, chitin, borage oil, spearmint oil, lemongrass oil, chickpea flour, yeast. I was putting a probiotic in it as recommended by the Honeybee Health Coalition, or as referenced by them, not recommended. But Randy Oliver just did a study where he tried different probiotics and none of them seemed to make a whole lot of difference. So, no probiotic. I'll stick in my protein shake instead. So I gotta flatten this out. Why? Because I love the polystyrene hives, but they don't have any room at the top, like a traditional wooden hive. So when putting stuff in, there's not a lot of room for it. This Hive Alive stuff, the bees love it. My bees love it. At first they didn't seem to take to it, but boy, oh boy. It's fondant. This does not interfere with their making of the honey. They don't use this for honey, they use this for sustenance. If I don't feed them, they're going to eat the honey they've just put up. I want that honey. I want that honey for me. So in Alaska, shipping is horribly expensive. Everything that's shipped up here, unless it's from Amazon, is just astronomical. To get one of these polystyrene hives up here, the hive, you know, with all the parts costs about $100. With shipping, it's over $300. So this Hive Alive, they're going at it right now already. So I'm going to take this bottom box, and you can see the bees in there, can you? That was a bad boink. Let's see. I don't want to squish anyone. Okay, okay. And then we've got some here. I don't want to lose anybody. No one left behind. No bee left behind. But I really mean it. Okay, they're coming on me. Hit the face. That's always a sign. So I'm going to put this hive aside. Get that feeder on. I've got feed left over in here. Okay. Okay. This tells me I'm moving too fast. When they're buzzing in my ear. Okay, okay. And attacking my face shield. Oops. Let me get these gals to go down a little bit. Now, I very quickly want to put this feeder on because of the pollen patty, the Hive Alive. It doesn't fit great, almost, but not perfectly. I've got a little bit of, I've got some bees in here. Ay, that's a pain in the butt. Got some stuck up here that are feeding, that we're feeding. I don't want to sacrifice anybody for the team. So I'm going to put that there and think about it while I'm doing the switch here. Syrup. I make mine in a 5-gallon bucket because I typically have quite a few hives. I'm stocking them up because this rain go away stuff it is supposed to last a while. So the bees in here are all good. They're all safe and cozy. If I leave this hive together like this, all the foragers that are out there right now are going to come back to this and go, what the hell's going on? I want them to come to this hive, so I need to remove this hive. My critical thinking skills are at work. Can you see them? I'm going to put this on top here. See that little entryway underneath there where they go in? I'm just going to put that right above the entrance. Got a couple of gals in here. I'm going to shake off. I'm going to throw that part of the hive over there. Gentle throws. These gentle throws. I'm going to clean up the gunk. I've got a hive strap here that I love. It works great. Get rid of the lid. I'll pick this up later. Now for the feat of strength. I'm going to lift my hive up from this scant little table onto the table that is now my hive stand. Okay, so short person, me, small wingspan, short height. Strong, but I don't have the testosterone. If I had a longer wingspan, I could get this sucker on there easier. One of the things I have done and had to do over the years is learn how to compensate by setting things up so they can be moved or shifted, leveled, use my legs, all the other good stuff. So I'm going to actually kind of get this on an angle. The gunk you see there is pollen substitutes, dry pollen feed. They take it in, put it in their pollen pockets as they would with real pollen versus eating it like a pollen patty. These bees that are in here are going to make it inside because I'm going to strap this up, make sure nothing knocks it over, i.e. moose, bears, dogs, coyotes, foxes, wolves, whatever's out there. Strap it up. Look at that. Zip, zip. No ratchet straps for this gal. And after I move this up and over, squish up onto that dry pollen, I'm going to throw my stuff down on the ground and get this foam board on top. Foam board protects the bees from the rain, gives them kind of an awning. That is how these bees are going to get inside safely. It's a crooked foam board because I've got this lid on it, and the other hive has a honey super on it, but it's a lid nonetheless. Bees are still out foraging, even though we've got this. It's now a sprinkle. This is good. I might just go ahead and combine those two hives using newspaper. If you haven't done it, I'll do that in my next video. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. Take care of your bees. Pray for Ukraine. This podcast is copyrighted and all rights reserved. See you later.